Yeah, apparently the person who designed her is a documented pervert. And by the way, this
just like
song,
Ronan Kenshin.
This song
I
is the
forgot how
song
damn
that
cute
plays.
she was.
This is the song that plays when you fight the Red Falcon robot boss on top
Right.
of the Flutter.
I think that's her theme also in Marvel's Capcom. I have to
Yeah.
check.
Well, it's
Mikey,
weird
do you
because
care
she
to
also
describe?
had... Yes?
Do you care to describe your profile picture after you mention what you just said?
Okay, so... Yeah, there was the Tron Bonne video game, The Misadventures of Tron Bonne, which I own. And, yeah, that game has, like, its own Super Mario World-style leitmotif that plays throughout the whole game, so I'm surprised they didn't just use that.
Can I have it? Can I have it?
A leitmotif? What?
Can I have your copy of Tron Bonne?
No. Unless you want to pay me $300 for it.
I'll give you 99 cents.
No
I'll
deal.
give you Sniff Mavericks. I'll
No.
give you Sniff Mavericks.
Oh yeah, Reaverbots. Finally, something I recognize in this video game.
It's Parabots, actually.
Wait, Reaverbots were in Dead Rising.
There's a guy who looks like a pornographer.
It's one of the weapons. He's a photographer. He's covered wars, you know.
Yeah.
How much is Mega Man Legends 2 for the Nintendo Game Box?
It was $70 when I bought it, and it's probably way more now. We still need to replay Legends 1 for the show, Alonzo. You better get on that or you're fired.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely get on that. The Further Misadventures of Tron Bonne.
There you go. So, and yet they use the Red Falcon boss theme instead of the Gesellschaft theme from that other game.
Are we going to go through Chapter 3 and then call it?
Chapter 3.
Tron Bonne's so fucking...
We got like
We're already
2
on
chapters.
We're on Chapter 3 now.
Right. You only got like 40
We're gonna-
minutes so far. We're into an hour, remember?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if you said Chapter 1 or an hour. I
What
wasn't
the
sure
hell is
which one
that
we're
thing?
going to. And we're already on Chapter 3. Every time Tron Bonne shows up on screen, I'm like, oh my god, she's so flippin' cute. Girl on the left?
No.
Eh.
The demon lady? Would not bang.
Would not. Absolutely not.
Swipe left. Ethan,
Yeah,
swipe
swipe
the
left.
character off screen in a leftwards motion using the transition.
I mean, you can try to gather what my taste in women is based on my preferences
Oh, here
in
we go.
anime ladies.
Here's a little Frank West reference.
Frank.
Furanku?
Hold on. Is he not going to take the photo? Oh, shit. He doesn't take it.
I like how
He
they
does the
walk like
thing-
South Park characters. They just walk like South Park characters when they're walking back into their main character.
Oh, yeah.
Their feet don't move.
Have you guys ever played the Harry Potter RPGs for the Game Boy Color?
No.
The Game Boy. That's actually the last game ever for the Game
Yeah.
Boy Color.
And I actually had it growing up.
No way. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. And then my mom did a stupid thing where she decided to take all of my Game Boy Color games and both of my brother and my Game Boy Colors and just sell them at a garage sale without asking us first.
I would have divorced my mom. like I never would have forgiven them for that.
So-
Why
so
would
we're
they
just-
do that?
I was just like, Mom, where did my copy of Super Mario Brothers Deluxe go? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I sold it at a garage sale without asking.
I'm like,
Oh.
what?
Imagine if your mom sold your copy of Robo List or something. That would be funny.
I mean, I got that after I already moved out, but yeah. Luckily, my parents never did that. Except for my stepdad would throw away everything whenever he got the chance to. It's kind of really irritating.
Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he would throw away important things all the time, like thinking they were just like junk mail, but in fact they were important documents. Like one time he threw away $400.
He threw away his stimulus check?
Yeah. No, he threw... they had cash and they were looking on they were about to go on vacation. They're like, "Where's this envelope of Smackers?" It might have been $1,100.
Oh my god.
And then they searched everywhere, and then they're like, "Oh, I wonder if it's in the garbage can." They looked, and sure enough, it was there because he threw it away.
Okay, so they got it back. I thought you were like,
They got.
oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Mommy, where's my beloved copy of Super Mario's Deluxe? It's like, I did the liberty of throwing that away for you.
Alonzo,
Like,
did
what
you
the
ever
fuck? How
finish-
long had it?
It had been
What was
like
that?
a month since they had, like, it was like a few days after this garage sale. Like, I want to say it was at one of their friends' house, the Chumpers. That's their actual name.
But like, when was the last time you had played your game? Was it like sitting in the closet for 3 years, or was it like you played it frequently still?
I don't know. It was probably like, I feel like playing that Harry Potter RPG on my Game Boy again, but where did it go? You know what I mean? It's just like, sometimes it just be like that.
Sometimes it just be like
I mean,
that.
was it 3 years or was it like 3 days?
It was like 3 days. It was not long after.
It was like not long after you had stopped playing it.
I'm saying 3 days after this garage sale, I asked my mom where the hell it went, and she said I sold it at the garage sale.
I know, but why would she sell at the garage sale despite you frequently playing it? Or do you think she sold it because she hadn't seen you playing it in a long time?
I think she assumed, oh, this is a Game Boy Color. That's old now. Let's just get rid of it. That's what she's kind of like. Because my
I just
dad
wasn't
was
thinking
like
at
that.
all, and just kind of just like, hey, I have something I can get rid of.
Because
We got
like
too much stuff.
back when Eric and I were still teenagers, and we wanted to actually, because then we watched some Angry Video Game Nerd, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. I'd like to actually have some of those consoles and play them that way. And then, but we didn't have our
That's
own
what got me into
eBay.
games. Yeah.
But like we couldn't drive at the time, and our parents were really weird about it for some reason. It's like, why would you want that old crap? I remember my dad especially was kind of like that. Like, this game came out 20 years ago. Why the hell do you want to play that? And I'm just like, because it's fun.
And then he got so mad he punched a hole through the wall.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you guys the story about how I climbed up on a piece of furniture and got stuck and had to scream?
What?
Okay.
Okay. So, well, I guess I'll finish whatever I was saying about.
Oh, yeah, free run
Yeah.
review.
Yeah, I enjoyed the First Class Mage trial. That was my favorite part of the season, but apparently a lot of people did not like it because it's a break from the slice of life stuff early in the season. Which I understand,
I guess.
because I guess that's kind of what the show is going for. It's supposed to be showing, like, yeah, there's this basically virtually immortal character who kind of just floats through life because she ages so slowly, and yet, you know, like, all of her human and dwarf friends kind of die around her eventually. And it's not
All my
until
friends
she-
are dead.
Yeah. I really liked Zine, but he just disappears 3 episodes after he joins. So I don't know if he shows up later in the manga. I know. I'm not a huge fan of Fern. She reminds me of Chi-Chi in the worst way. At times. So
Chi-Chi.
yeah, Chi-Chi, Goku's wife,
Yeah, I know that. but, like,
aka the worst Dragon Ball character.
yeah, she's pretty bad. In regular Dragon Ball, she's okay so far.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because she's barely in it.
Well,
I know,
Akira
well, I'm
Toriyama
watch-
doesn't know the right women. Is
Yeah,
the problem.
He I mean, like, I guess Caulifla is okay, but it's like there's Launch, who's a ditz, who turns violent when she sneezes. There was that one bounty hunter lady who worked for the Red Ribbon Army. I can't remember her name, but it was in the theme park
I can't
episode.
remember her name either. It's been at least 12 years since I've seen Dragon Ball, but I'm watching it again 1 episode per week. I watch it when I put away my laundry.
Yeah.
Because I've got as Mikey thought was really funny, I have a CRT in my bedroom. And a DVD player and a VCR in there.
Oh
so
my god.
it's nice because Nicole and I've been collecting DVDs and VCR VHS tapes again.
Yeah.
But I like to watch them in the room. Like when I'm doing chores and putting away laundry, I watch an episode of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike Yule's going to tell us the story about the time he farted
Okay.
so hard in class he peed his pants.
All right. So when I was about, I probably was about 4 years old. We moved from Thompson Hill to Campton Park. These names mean nothing to you, but it's just grounding, I suppose. We basically moved from my parents' first house to a bigger house because now my dad was like a general manager or something. And we had like what was called the playroom, which is basically like a media room upstairs where Eric and I could run around and play with toys.
Oh, it
and
was the
stuff.
rumpus room.
Yeah, sure. And there was a big entertainment system, quote unquote. You know, like basically a piece of furniture that exists to hold a TV and a VCR and game console, whatever.
Yeah, it's the entertainment center.
Now, when I was little, I was a big fan of Disney's Sleeping Beauty. I had a VHS.
Okay.
You know how, like, when you're a little kid, you'll just watch the same shit constantly?
Yeah.
Yep.
For me, that
I
was,
sure did.
For me, that was Sleeping Beauty on VHS. So, like, and I was a big fan of Maleficent. Still am, because she's, you know, like a prototype, the prototypical villain's villain, if you...
Ethan,
See
edited a picture of Maleficent.
And
Elephant.
for
The
some
Angelina
reason,
Jolie one?
Sure. Whatever you want to do, that's funny. So, like, for some reason, I thought I had a doll of Maleficent and that it had gotten behind the entertainment system. So what I decided to do was climb my way up to the top of this thing. And this thing was probably about, like, I don't know, 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall.
They're not 8 feet tall. Entertainment centers are not 8 feet tall.
Well, it felt that way at the time because I was a little kid.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it was probably like 4 times my height at the time, and I was just a little guy. So I climbed all the way up, looked to behind it, and realized there was nothing
just a
back
little
there.
tyke.
And then I realized I had no way to get back down without hurting myself. So I screamed until my dad came into the room and grabbed me and gently lowered me and saved me.
And saved me.
Yeah,
Saved
you
me.
saved me.
Oh man, I've got a lot of stories like that actually. Like,
Yeah, I remember I was trying to reach for like a Power Ranger toy, remember? And the bookcase fell on me, so I had to go to the hospital.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was fun.
This isn't college.
What? No, this was when I was a little kid. And I remember it was because my mom just started going back to work again, and my dad was watching us. Because I think my sister was just born or something like that. So
Mhm.
I was off doing my own thing, and I climbed up like this bookshelf to grab a toy that was on there. And it turned out very well. And then I think I like cut my lip or something like that. So then I was they had to take me to the
Oh god,
hospital to get stitches.
it's just like
Is
what
that how you
happened
got
to
your
me.
scar brows?
No, that was from something else. We don't know what happened. I just
This-
ran off one day and it was there.
It's just
After I
like
was
how
bleeding.
in freshman
I
year,
came back.
it's
Yeah.
like how in freshman year I got up because like we had like the bed loft people come in and put our beds on top of our desks and stuff and dresser. I don't know, it was a way to save space in those cramped little dorm rooms. And one day I got up and banged my face into the hinges. I think Alonzo's dresser was between our two beds, and I banged my face on the hinge and cut my lip open.
Oh my god!
I had to go to the hospital and get it stitched, and to this day, there's still a weird little scar on my lip.
I didn't even know that. That's
Well, I don't think
One
you were there
time
at the
I was-
time.
My sister is 7 years older than I am, but one time my mom was volunteering for our church. I think she was volunteering to clean up the communion glasses. I had gone to a Lutheran church.
Mhm.
Most churches I go to that I like been to that have communion just have one big chalice thing that everybody drinks from and backwashes into. So
Oh!
yeah.
Well,
At
the
my
way it
church, they
works-
didn't do that. They're like fuck that shit, and they're like a bunch of tiny little individual glasses, so there was no spreading of germs that way.
Well,
I
the
think
way it worked is
yeah.
we had one big goblet full of red wine, cheapo red wine
That's
from
what
the
I'm-
drugstore.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they would give us these terrible little wafers that were supposed to be the bread, and then you dip it into the wine. And so,
Dip it.
I mean, you
Ew.
don't double dip, so there's minimal spreading of germs.
Oh, okay,
Uh-huh.
okay. Yeah, I've been to places where all they do is like he has a little napkin and he wipes the outside of it in between each person, and there's a line of 1,000 people coming to drink from the same thing. Oh, it's bizarre.
If
Weird,
I was
gross.
God, I'd be pissed.
I'd be pissed. my church, they didn't do that, and they actually had real little pieces of bread too.
Okay.
So they baked a loaf and cut them up into little pieces. So, and if you didn't want to have alcohol, you can choose grape juice too, or grape juice. They would grape juice.
Well, if
It
you don't
was
drink
symbolic
alcohol during
anyway.
communion, then God gets real pissed.
Wow, is that really the blood of Christ? Yes. Okay, must have been wasted 24 hours a day, huh? one of the oldest Family Guy quotes.
Now, Peter,
Anyway,
tell
so
me what I can do for
Nicole-
you on today, the day of my daughter's wedding.
Casey and I were in the. So she was all the way past the main room of the church.
Oh, here's Frank's little
wash-
thing.
Furanku.
Uh,
Erotica.
Yeah, in the game, it was one of the mechanics for Dead Rising.
Oh, take pictures of the boobles.
Yeah, and then you get like certain type of like ratings, like good, erotica, and stuff like that.
I should play that game. I've never played it before.
It's getting remade, so you can play it on
I'll play,
consoles.
I'll play the original.
Didn't they make like a third one on Xbox One that nobody played?
Yes, it was an exclusive. I think it was the launch title.
Hmm.
Anyway, let me finish the story. So, Casey and I are all the way like in the separate ends of the church, and this is a pretty darn big church. It wasn't a mega church, but it was like
The chum bucket mega bucket. What is the
it was.
church?
I guess it was the size of a standard church. Which is pretty big. It's a pretty big place. She was all the way on the other side of the church, so that like we were in like the nursery area, which is like where the kids go if they're being little shitheads in church and screaming the whole time. They can have like teenage girls watch after them during the
Yeah.
service because like that they're assigned to do that week. Casey and I are in there. It's nighttime. It's dark outside. It's fall time or whatever. We're playing, and then we walk out into the hallway because I really had to tinkle. I was probably 5 and Casey was probably 12.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a fucking bat flying around out in the hallway, and we're like, so Casey and I are sitting there and screaming at the time. Well, like, we were trying to get Mom to come get us because, like, we didn't know, and we were afraid of the bat. And we didn't know when she was going to come back. So we were just sitting there screaming as loud as we possibly can to get Mom to come back, and she never did until like half an hour later. But when you're a 5-year-old who has to pee really bad, 5 minutes seems like 36 years. I don't know. Everybody in the comments can tell us which story was the best.
Oh, she looks
Just
snotty.
like, who's cuter, me or Tronbon?
I thought you were about to say, say who's cuter, me or Alonzo.
I mean,
Felt
we all-
cute, might
we all
delete
know
later.
we all know it's Alonzo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go again.
Uh,
She likes it when her boobies get photographed.
Yep. That's a villain for you.
so how
She
much
leaves her
more of this are
pantaloons.
we gonna play? Are we doing this
3
chapter?
minutes.
Okay, 3 more minutes. So we got.
Oh, we're on the end of chapter. We're towards the end of chapter 3, ain't we?
Right. No, this
Okay.
is the chapter. What chapter 1?
3.
Right.
Okay.
We done like 57. We got like 50. We got about an hour right now.
Yeah, we're at an hour. Kill some more bad bros.
Cool.
I want to see Tronbon some more.
Okay, then let me see
So
if I
that
can
you
get in.
can dig up her "now we're dead" quote.
I can't. I have to. Did you send that to me? Because frame 44 of that is corrupted, and my.
Well, now it should
actually,
work now because you turned that thing
since
off this morning.
Since I changed that setting, it should be good now, huh? And now we're dead.
Yeah.
So now certain enemies can have will have armor moves and stuff like that. So if I drop the combo, they'll have a shield up again, and then I can't do any damage until I break away that armor. I know boss characters have it.
All right, so I don't know, why doesn't Tron have her Gustav or something?
Because she didn't travel with it.
That's I don't know. I mean, not to put her down or anything, because she's a 14-year-old girl, but she's not a martial artist or anything.
14?
Yes.
I did not know Tron was 14.
Yeah.
I assumed she was 26.
Ethan, edit out all the parts where you said she was cute. Anyways,
now we're gonna hear all the keys.
Now, Alonzo, did you ever finish Legends 2?
Legends 2? I'm getting towards the last level area because I've already gotten all the 4 crystals or whatever, and now the plot's all moving.
Yeah, and now Mistress Sarah and Geese or Gas or whatever he was called.
Gas.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
My name
there's
is Gas.
There's 2 parallel characters who turn into giant robotic raptors or something.
Yeah, little dragons.
And they're named Geese and Gas, I think. But
yeah, we just find out Roll's mom is now not
more
Roll's
like
mom.
Foot and Fart.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that Legends 2 gets kind of creepy as far as Tron goes.
Why?
Well, I think you'll agree when I mention this, but there's in the 3rd dungeon, the Sol Kada dungeon with the giant Reaver bot, she's flying around in a Gustav, which is the mech that originated in Misadventures of Tron Bonne. And there's a boss fight with her, and you defeat her, and it explodes. And then the camera cuts away from it, and you hear her voice from off screen. She's like, well, you may have been able to defeat this Gustav, but you won't be able to defeat the robot I built for next time. And then the Servbots are like, but Miss Tron, your clothes were destroyed when the robot blew up. So she's just naked off screen, and it's played as a joke, but it's also weird because she's 14. And it feels really out of place and kind of gross. And of course, Mega Man is like, oh my god, there's a naked girl in front of me. He's making that expression. It's why is this in the game?
I don't know if that's necessarily bad because she's completely off screen, but remember when SpongeBob's pants rip off and he has to cover his crotch, even though there's nothing there? It has that energy.
Yeah.
It has that energy to it to me. Where it's being naked is embarrassing.
Right.
But why does it need...
Alright, can we save it and end it here?
Ethan feels awkward now.
No, I don't. It's not that I feel awkward, it's that...
Well, these are the main characters from the previous one, and then I think they're the main in the Project Cross Zone 2.
Okay, so they're the time cops.
Yeah. But these two are the originals for this Project Cross Zone when they were creating this new series to add in, I think, Capcom on. No, not to add Capcom, to add Bandai, because the original was Namco cross Capcom.
Are you saying that it was a Bondi solution?
Yes, a Bondi solution. Bondi.
That was a good goddamn joke. Nobody laughed.
It was great.
I wasn't sure if it... There we go. Perfect. Onisu in Wonderland.
Oh.
Or in Wonderland.
Didn't you say that, what was his name? The kid from Japan who stayed with your mom and stepdad. Yeah, didn't you say that, he did in fact mix up his L's and R's all the time?
Yes, he constantly did. It was, just like all the... I hate to say it, but it was exactly what all the stereotypes are like. It was exactly that. Anyway. Let us know in the comments section if you want us to continue this game. Join our Patreon, subscribe, buy our merch. Kiss
Show up
Alonzo.
at show up at Alonzo's doorstep at 3 a.m. with a pizza.
With a pizza.
I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Kiss Mikey's
I mean, free
penis.
pizza.
Yeah. I mean, don't stay
Alright.
at my house, but like,
You can bring me pizza anytime.
And send us your fanfic of me, Koryuji. The way.
All right. Where the
be
fuck
real
is
than
the
you
button?
guys.
Oh, isn't that them?
Please
Yep.
tell me that boy with the white hair is legal.
Is what?
Is legal.
Is
Of course,
legal.
he's a dude. He's a man, as they would say.
Is he 18?
Probably like in his 20s.
All right.
I like her voice, but I don't like her character design or hair.
The little fox design.
Yeah, I don't like it.
What was it? It's Reiji and Arisu. And Xiaomi.
Reiji, Arisu. Arisu, Reiji.
Alright, well,
Xiaomi.
that was a nice little quick run of that. Hope you guys, I hope the audience had fun. I know Mikey didn't, but hey,
Mikey is still muted if he's trying to talk to us right now.
I know. Alright then, catch you guys later.
Merry Christmas. See you on the flippity flip.